Alright, it's time for the Smackdown review, motherfuckers. Now, I know that I don't normally review Smackdown because it's a waste of time, but this show was pretty interesting, a pretty decent show. You know, not a really good show, not a good show, but not too bad. You know, I enjoyed it for the most part. So let's take a look here. Shield comes out. They start arguing amongst themselves. Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose are talking about if they made it into the chamber, who would win. Roman Reigns thinks that he would win. This prompts Dean Ambrose to get really angry. And what I got from this little portion of this promo is that Dean Ambrose is 10 times better on the mic than Roman Reigns. He fucking blows him out of the water. He blows just about 95% out of the people in WWE on the mic, you know, out of the water. The guy just has the facial expressions, the intensity. He's got everything it takes to be a big star. Dean Ambrose has it. But for some fucking retarded reason, the spotlight is on Roman Reigns. Even Seth Rollins is better on the mic, better in the ring. Just because Roman Reigns is a little bit taller, because he weighs a little bit more, you know, this is a reason to push him. You know, I don't get it. Like, why? Why just because he's a little bit taller? It's not like Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose are really short or anything. You know, they're actually quite a bit taller than Daniel Bryan. You know, so they meet the height requirement. You know, it sounds like a fucking amusement park ride. You must be this tall to be fucking champion. You know, so Dean Ambrose gets angry. Triple H comes out. You know, they want to fight the Wyatts. Triple H doesn't want it to happen. But Roman Reigns gets face to face with Triple H. And right here at this very moment, Roman Reigns showed probably his first bit of personality. You know, he says that he's not asking Triple H for permission to fight the Wyatts. And so the match is made for the Elimination Chamber. Pretty intense, good promo to open up the show. One of the best in a long time, I think. And, you know, Roman Reigns showing personality here, even though it was just getting face-to-face with Triple H. You know, he can't just do face-to-face, you know, huffing and puffing on every show. It worked here, but it's not going to work, you know, every time down the line. Very few times throughout history have there been world champions that couldn't cut, you know, good or decent promos. You had Chris Benoit, who didn't really know how to work the mic, but, you know, he was a really good wrestler, so they let him get away with it. But, you know, Roman Reigns is not a really good wrestler. He's not even a good wrestler. He's decent, you know, half decent, not bad, not a horrible. He's, you know, I know that I talk shit about Roman Reigns, but I don't think he's horrible. He's decent in the ring. He's not boring, but he's not exciting either. You know, not really exciting anyway. But, you know, maybe they can work on his mic skills, maybe, but, you know, I don't know. There's not a lot of personality. Like, you know, when you look at his face, there's not a lot of personality. You look at Ambrose's face and the facial expressions and everything are there. You know, with Roman Reigns, it's just a straight, serious face. With Ambrose, it's personality. You know, he's animated and everything. He's really intense. You know, that's a world champion. Roman Reigns, not so much. You know, and then the first match, you got Cesaro defeating Ziggler in an elimination qualifying match. This was great to see. It was great to see, you know, two guys who actually deserve to be in their chamber. And I agree with this decision, though, to put Cesaro in there. Sure, we know that he's not going to win the chamber. He ain't going to win no world title. And he's probably going to end up being the first guy eliminated in the chamber. You know, based on, you know, rank in the WWE, Cesaro's pretty down. I mean, he's in the fucking tag team, for God's sakes. You know, but I like this decision to put him in the chamber. This was probably supposed to be Punk's spot. I bet you anything that CM Punk was probably, you know, going to be put in the chamber. He's probably going to be screwed by Kane or Triple H or something there. You know, once again, good thing Punk got the fuck out of his company. But at least, you know, Cesaro is in there now. And, you know, at this point in time, even though I like Ziggler, Ziggler's pretty pathetic, and I wouldn't buy it him being in the chamber. Does he deserve it? Yes, but, you know, from a WWE storyline standpoint, he doesn't look like he deserves it, and that's pretty shitty. But, you know, lately I've been watching these matches, and Cesaro's been putting more effort into it. It's probably because Dolph Ziggler might be getting a little bit burnt out because he's sick of being, you know, fucked over by this company so many times. I don't blame him, you know, for not being motivated. But Cesaro is more focused, motivated. He might job more than he should, but, you know, it's good to see him in there. It definitely deserves the spot. Maybe if the WWE and Vince and Triple H are feeling generous on this night, they'll let him end up being the last guy in the chamber. How awesome would it be to see Orton and Cesaro going back and forth with near falls in the chamber? It would be pretty good. And Cesaro can make Orton look like a champion. That's what I think. Then you got Fandango defeating Xavier Woods. Not terrible. Xavier Woods put a little bit more effort into this. He flipped, dived on the outside. He learned a new move, motherfucker. Still don't like the guy. He shaved his mustache. You know, whatever. It's not going to make him better. You know, Fandango does the Falcon Arrow and he beats his ass right there. You know, decent here. I like that Fandango won right after the match. R-Truth has to run in and beat up Fandango, killing all his heat. They always do that. Once, you know, a heel starts establishing himself, you know, getting heat, you know, starts building himself up, like here, Fandango, a jobber that deserves a little bit more than he's getting. You know, he gets a win here. That's good, you know, especially for some annoying babyface like Xavier Woods. But then they have to come in and have a goofball like R-Truth hit his finisher on him, and that's it. That's it, motherfuckers. You know, they kill his fucking heat just like that. Not a terrible match, but they ruined it with Truth, you know, beating up Fandango. Then you got Ryback defeating the Primetime Players in 2 minutes. I thought that this was going to just be a nothing little match, you know. They beat him in 2 minutes and that's it. But there was a storyline here, a storyline that I greatly approve of. Finally, Titus O'Neil turns on Darren Young and beats his ass, takes him and slams his fucking head into the barricade. Darren Young was actually bleeding from the mouth. I was surprised that they didn't edit out the blood on SmackDown. You know, even though it was probably because of Curtis Axel driving him face first into the mat with his finisher, but he was bleeding, and it looked, you know, part of the beating, it looked good. And this could be the beginning of something big for Titus O'Neil, or maybe he'll just continue being a jobber. But, you know, I had said this for about a year now. I take a look at Titus O'Neil and I see a star. That's right. Every time the guy talks, I hear charisma. I see charisma beaming off of the man. I said to this guy, if they give him the right gimmick, he can go far in the WWE. He's a big, powerful guy. He has a good look to him. He knows how to talk on the mic. Right there, that's fucking money. That's fucking money for the WWE. A new, young guy that knows, you know, he's not like a great wrestler or anything, but he knows how to get it done. He's good with the power moves. That's all you needed. It worked for Batista. Batista got the company money. He drew money, but, you know, this Titus O'Neil, this guy could actually be something. And now that he got rid of literally the dead weight, Darren Young, a guy that fucking sucks, Darren Young, finally getting him out. They should just release him, let it be all Titus O'Neil. It could be really good. So I enjoyed this. My only question is, why the fuck did this not happen on Raw? Why did it happen on SmackDown of all places? You know, Raw sucked so fucking much. It was fucking garbage. fucking waste of time. And, you know, why is this show, why is SmackDown a B show better than Raw? They were so busy making fun of us. Oh, you didn't get what you wanted over on the Raw that they forgot, you know, about all the good shit right here. This is some, you know, some decent stuff. Not really good, but decent, you know. Then it was Christian defeating Jack Swagger in another qualifying match. This is good. Hopefully Christian doesn't get injured for a 25th time. This guy has been injured more times than Kevin Nash, for fuck's sake. What the fuck is up with him? The man is so injury prone. I mean, I can't blame him. The guy probably shaved years off his career with all the ladder and TLC matches he's been in. You know, Christian, he's a good wrestler. It's good to finally see him be in his first Elimination Chamber match. I was very surprised to hear this, that I didn't even realize it, that he'd never been in a chamber match. It's about fucking time. As he said in this promo backstage, the guy's only got a couple of, you know, years left. You know, that the window of opportunity is closing for him to be a main eventer. And I don't think that he ever is going to main event WrestleMania. I don't think that they'll ever put the WWE Championship on him. As good as Christian is, he was never even half as good as Edge. Maybe not like half as good, but he was, you know, 3/4 as good as Edge, let's say. You know, Edge was way more charismatic, a way better wrestler. You know, he had a better look than Christian, looked more like a world champion. But yeah, you know, Christian does deserve this. It's good to see him back, but like I said, I hope he fucking stays back, you know? The guy gets injured at the Elimination Chamber, his career will probably be fucking over. This guy can't afford to be injured anymore. And knowing WWE, they don't like injuries. How dare these wrestlers get injured for putting their bodies on the line? You know, remember, you had Ken Kennedy and a whole bunch of others getting released because of injuries, because Vince McMahon doesn't like people getting injuries. You know. Anyway, I enjoyed also, it was a short match, but a decent one. And Zeb Coulter being on commentary was very enjoyable. The man, once I said again, is probably better on the mic than 90% of the wrestlers on the fucking roster. I am a Zeb Coulter fan through and through. Then you got Kofi Kingston defeating Damian Sandow in 2 minutes. What the fuck did this man ever do to deserve this type of treatment? Was he too entertaining? You know, is he too charismatic? I don't get it. Sandow is quality. You know, he's one of the best personalities the company has. You know, in a company full of no personalities, you've got Damian Sandow who fills the gap. You know, Sandow tries really hard, tries to entertain on the mic and in the ring, but just like Daniel Bryan, they just won't give him his comeuppance. It's not in the cards. You know, Vince McMahon holds all the cards and he just will not put him down. He won't fold. He won't let Damian Sandow have his, you know, time to shine. It's all been downhill for this man ever since Cena beat him. You know, when they tried to cash in Money in the Bank, it's all been downhill. You know, I didn't like that JBL's like, oh man, I feel sorry for him. You know, he's in a slump. What is this? This is a losing streak storyline. WWE can't afford to have any more of these fucking storylines. You know, we already have this fucking thing, which I still think with Daniel Bryan, it's some elaborate work, you know, where they won't let him near the top, where the machine won't let Daniel Bryan win. Now they're going to go with Sandow, how they're acknowledging that he deserves to be successful, but he can't. You know, enough with this fucking bullshit already. Let him fucking win. Let him fucking win a couple of matches. Let him fucking have a world title or something. Holy fucking shit, I mean, it's enough already. How fucking annoying is it to have Randy Orton as the champion, Batista at the top spot, and you have all these other guys that are very talented and very capable of putting on good performances and would actually be better headliners and main eventers if given the chance. It's very fucking frustrating. Then you got Cody Rhodes defeating Road Dogg. Another, short but enjoyable match here. I like the ringside shenanigans here. I'm very much enjoying it. Aside from Triple H's boys running the show at the moment, this is two of Triple H's boys I don't mind seeing being successful here. They're going to have a cage match on Raw. I think that could be fucking epic. That match, if they do it right, could be pretty fucking epic. Goldust and Cody Rhodes have been putting on some decent performances, and the New Age Outlaws have been in cage matches before. And I think that they could really put on a good show on Raw. It's a possibility that Raw could be epic. This match, maybe they could put it in the main event slot and really get it attention. I mean, a steel cage match being anything else but the main event would just look fucking stupid. I say put this in the main event. Yeah, so pretty decent match here with the Road Dogg and Cody Rhodes. I like what's going on here. The tag team division, they're actually trying with it. It's pretty exciting. Not like, oh my God, but cage match on Raw sounds like a good deal to me. And a cage match that doesn't have the Usos in it, that's ace, motherfuckers. That's ace. Then you got the Shield defeating Rey Mysterio, Daniel Bryan, and Sheamus. I'm not a big fan of Sheamus and Daniel Bryan fighting the Shield over and goddamn over again. But this was actually a pretty good match, pretty exciting. Everybody was into it, even Mysterio, even Sheamus. But, I don't get this. Sheamus comes back and he's still fighting the Shield. He's fighting the Shield in Mania. He's fighting the Shield a whole fucking year later. Is there anything else? Turn Sheamus heel if you're going to keep him around, keep him near the top. Fucking make him a fucking heel already. Sheamus was fucking awesome as a heel. The only time I started to dislike him is when he became a fucking face with the filler and all this fucking shit. Ever since he started that, let him go back to doing the Celtic Cross, the Razor's Edge again. It was a better finisher than the Bro Kick. Let him go back to doing that move. But a decent match here, and overall, show was pretty decent. You got some decent matches, not like super great, but main event wasn't half bad, motherfuckers. And you got to see some people that deserve to be in the chamber get in it. So the way I look at it, you got 3 guys that deserve to be in the chamber, 3 guys that don't. Christian, Daniel Bryan, Antonio Cesaro, but Orton, Cena, and Sheamus shouldn't be anywhere near this chamber, but unfortunately Orton's the champion. Alright, here's your SmackDown review, motherfuckers. Not a bad show. Why couldn't Raw be like this? Not like it was super amazing or anything, but it's pretty decent. Looking forward to that cage match on Raw. Let's see what happens on Raw. Alright.